Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Abbas Muhammad Hamdi. In this video presentations, we're going to talk about The Burden of Freedom and the Character Orientations by Erich Fromm. Erich Fromm explores the paradox of human freedom, explaining that while humans are part of nature, their unique ability to reason makes them feel isolated and disconnected. He described humans as the freaks of the universe because, unlike animals, they possess self-awareness, imaginations, and rational thoughts. Sinabi ni Erich Fromm na ang mga tao is the freaks of the universe. It is because kung titignan natin or ikukumpara natin yung ating sarili into other species, like for example sa animals, is nakadepende lang sa kanilang instinct yung kanilang mga galaw. Tayong mga tao is meron tayong self-awareness, we know what happened the world around us, and meron tayong sapat na pag-iisip para masabing mali or tama yung ginagawa natin. This quality allows human to shape their own lives, but they also create loneliness and anxiety. Nang dahil sa self-awareness natin, nang dahil sa mga reasons or pag-iisip natin, is ito rin yung nagiging dahilan kung bakit tayo nakakaramdam ng kalungkutan or anxiety, mga depressions, and what so on. The Burden of Freedom. Yung akala natin na di porket meron na tayong freedom is malaya na natin nagagawa yung mga bagay na gusto natin. Hindi natin alam na the way we touch the soul of being free is the more na nafe-feel natin na isolate tayo from our nature. Like, para tayong nawala sa pagkakagapos na hindi natin alam kung sino yung magpapakain sa atin. A lack of security. Kung hindi ka pa magsatrabaho is wala kang makakain. Like, kung walang magbibigay sa'yo ng allowance or problema mo kung sino yung magbibigay sa'yo ng pera para makapunta ka ng school. So, sa mga reasons na yan kung bakit nakakaramdam ng mga basics anxiety yung mga tao. As a societies evolve, people gain economic and political freedom, but this lead to greater feelings of isolation. So, both political and economics is meron na tayong freedom or kalayaan is the more naman na nafe-feel ng tao na lonely sila or na-isolate sila from their nature. Like for example, in the Middle Age, people had fixed social rules that provide security and certainty. During the Middle Age, yung mga tao is although limitado lang yung kanilang galaw, kumbaga is fixed na yung kanilang rules sa society, is less naman yung kanilang iniisip na problems, like hindi na nila problema kung sinong magpapakain sa kanila, kasi nga is meron na silang mga trabaho sa lipunan at meron na silang security from their governments. On a personal level, as a children grow in gaining independent, they express the burden of freedom, losing the security of dependence. So, yung mga batang nag-grow is nagiging dependent na sila sa kanilang magulang, like nung dati na umiiyak sila sa tuwing iniiwan sila ng kanilang mga magulang, ngayong nag-grow na sila is nagiging dependent na sila sa kanilang mga magulang at naglilis na rin yung security na natatanggap nila sa kanilang mga magulang. Marunong na silang pumili sa kung ano yung susuotin nila at alam na nila kung paano makipagkaibigan o pumili ng mga kaibigan. So, sa mga reasons na yan is nararamdaman na nung bata yung tinatawag na burden of freedom. This anxiety forces people to seek way to escape from freedom. So, si Erich Fromm, meron siyang mechanisms of escape para matakasan yung burden of freedom. So, meron siyang tinatawag na authoritarianisms, destructiveness, and conformity. Authoritarianisms, giving up independence by either submitting to or dominating others. So sa authoritarianisms, is sila yung mga, ito yung mechanism na kung saan is gini-give up nila yung kanilang pagiging independent to people na mas superior sa kanila. Kumbaga, sinusuko nila yung kanilang mga sarili sa mas powerful sa kanila. And sa authoritarianism, it has the two varieties, which is masochisms and sadisms. So masochisms, seeking security by submitting to authorities. Sila yung nagsisik ng security to other people through submitting their authority. So, nagdi-disguise sila as a lover o loyalty. Sadisms is gaining power by controlling or harming others. Sila yung mga taong nagmamanipulate or minamanipulate nila yung ibang tao to gain a power. According kay Fromm, identify 3 forms of sadistic behaviors. The first one is making other dependent. They control the people, the weaker than them. O kinokontrol nila yung mas mahina sa kanila para makagain sila ng power or masabing sila yung makapangyarihan. Exploiting others, using people for personal gain. So, ina-exploit nila yung ibang tao para sa sarili nilang interest, sarili nilang kapakanan. Kumbaga, in a philosophy, it is egoism. Ginagawa nila yung isang bagay or ina-exploit nila yung ibang tao, minamanipulate nila yung ibang tao para sa sarili nilang interest. Inflicting suffering. Ito naman yung natutuwa sila every time na nakakakita sila ng pareho nilang tao na nahihirapan o nagsasuffer both physical or emotions. Number 2, sa mechanisms of escape is destructiveness, attempting to regain power by eliminating threats through violence or destruction. So, unlike kay sadisms and masochisms na nagsisik sila ng ibang tao, itong si destructiveness does not require continuous relationship. Kumbaga, is mas pinipili nilang manakit ng ibang tao o sila yung mga taong kayang pumatay ng iba. Conformity. Losing individuality by blending into society. People behave like automatons following trends instead of expressing their true selves. So, sila yung mga taong nakadepende sa kung ano yung trend sa lipunan. Kumbaga, they act like a robot. Sumusunod sila sa kung ano yung kagustuhan ng ibang tao sa kanila or kung ano yung trends is yun, ganun yung kanilang behavior. And lastly, is itong si positive freedom. So, sa positive freedom, it is not also the mechanism of escape. Kumbaga, ito na yung manifestations or ito na yung sagot para makatakas tayo sa burden of freedom. The positive freedom. The path to self-realizations. So, you need to realize kung ano yung mga mali mo and magbago ka sa kung ano yung nakasanayan mong ugali. Eric Fromm argues that freedom does not have to lead to isolations. Instead, individual can achieve positive freedom through self-expressions, love, and work. So, sa self-expressions, is dapat maging productive tayo or mas nagiging positive freedom. So, the positive freedom is not also the kind of mechanism of escape. Kumbaga, siya na yung manifestations or sagot sa kung paano natin ma-escape yung burden of freedom. The path to self-realization. So, kailangan mong ng self-realization, hindi mo naman kailangan ng confirm, ng maging destructive or exploiting, maging sadistic. Ang kailangan mo lang is self-expressions or the genuine love, how to love your work, or maging productive ka sa kung ano yung ginagawa mo. Children's friends and artists naturally exhibiting spontaneous activity, acting according to their true natures rather than societal expectations. So, yung mga artists is hindi naman yan sila nagdo-drawing sa base sa kung ano yung gusto ng iba sa kanila. Kumbaga, is kung ano yung naisip nila, is yun yung ini-express nila through painting. And yung mga bata is matitigas talaga ang ulo nila, or sabihin na natin matigas talaga yung ulo ng mga bata kahit anong suway mo sa kanila, is ganun pala yung behavior na. It is because is nakabase sa kung ano yung totoong ugali nila, yung kanilang actions. Form identify. Now let us proceed to the character orientations. Character orientations reflect the relative permanent way of relating to the people and things. According to Eric Fromm's defined personality as the totality of inherited and acquired psychic qualities that makes individual unique. The most important part of personality is character, which serves as a substitute for instinct. Instead of acting of instinct, people act according to their character, allowing them to behave efficiently and consistently. People interact with the world into two ways, the assimilations and socializations. Sa assimilations is this how we use the things around us, and sa socializations is kung paano tayo makipag-socialize sa ibang tao. These interactions can be either productive or the non-productive. Non-productive orientations. Non-productive orientations do not necessarily mean failure, but they do not help individual achieve positive freedom and self-realizations. Kumbaga is more on neurotic trend itong si non-productive orientations. Kumbaga is lumalayo siya para linalayo niya tayo sa ating positive freedom. So, sa non-productive orientation, it has the four varieties, which is the receptive, exploitative, character, hoarding, and the marketing. In non-productive orientation, it has four variety of it, which is receptive character, exploitative, hoarding, in marketing. So, receptive character believe that all good things came from the outside themselves, depend on the other for love, knowledge, and material things. Sa receptive is naniniwala sila na lahat ng mga bagay na mabuti ay nasa labas ng kanilang sarili. So, dumidepende sila sa ibang tao. Kumbaga is naghihintay lang sila na mabigyan ng tulong. Pero, hindi sila gumagawa ng paraan para sa kanilang sarili. Ang negative traits nito is passive, submissive, lack of self-confidence. Sa positive traits naman is loyal, trust, and accepting. Sa exploitative character, take what they want through force or manipulations, steal idea, relationship, or positions rather than creating their own. So sa exploitative is pareho sila kay receptive na naniniwala na lahat ng mga mabuti ay nasa labas ng kanilang sarili. Pero ang pinagkaiba nila is itong si exploitative is nag-exploit niya or kinukuha niya yung mga bagay na gusto niya by force or manipulations, forcefully or manipulating. Pinamanipulate nila yung ibang tao, they steal the idea or relationship, even the relationship, or mang-agaw ng asawa para lang masabi na sila yung magaling. Ang pinakahalimbawa nito is mahilig manggamit ng iba para sa sarili nilang kapakanan. The egoism's negative traits nito is egocentric, arrogant, deceitful. The positive trait, confident, charm, and bold. Hoarding. Focus on keeping what they already have, money, emotions, or idea. Resistance to change and live in the past. So sa hoarding, unlike kay receptive and exploitative, itong si hoarding is naniniwala na lahat ng mga mabuting bagay ay nasa kanila. So instead na mag-share sila, is kinikip nila yung mga bagay-bagay. Like for example, kahit sobra-sobra yung pera nila, is hindi sila nagbibigay or hindi sila nag-share sa ibang tao. Ang mga negative traits nito is rigid, compulsive, and possessive. Positive traits naman is orderly, punctual, and discipline. So marketing, character, see themselves as a commodities, constantly adjusting
to be valued. Lack stability, identify, adapting to whatever is currently is demand. Kumbaga, sa marketing is minamarket nila yung kanilang sarili or ito yung kind of character na dumidepende sa kung ano yung gusto ng iba or kung ano yung demand. Kumbaga is kung ginagawa nila yung isang bagay kahit na hindi na naangkop sa totoo nilang ugali. Ang mga negative traits nito is endless
Since you guys already know about the first character orientations, which is the non-productive orientations, I will now present to you the second character orientations, which is the productive orientations. Productive orientations, in layman's terms, this is healthier's way of relating to other. It has three dimensions: working, loving, and reasoning. Because productive people work toward positive freedoms and a continuing realizations of their potentials. They are the healthiest of all character types. Only through productive activity can people solve basic human dilemma, that is to unite with the world and with the other while retaining uniqueness and individuality. The solutions can be accomplished only through productive work, love, and thoughts. Now, let's dive deeper to these three dimensions. First is work, or work creatively to express oneself. Healthy people value work not to exploit the other, but as a means of creative self-expressions. Hindi sila nagtatrabaho or hindi sila nagsisikap na magtrabaho para pagsamantalahan yung ibang tao. Nagtatrabaho sila para makita yung creative side nila, at the same time is masusustentuhan nila yung mga personal necessities nila. Just like mga customer service representative, they need to be creative in answering any customer inquiry. Hindi sila nakarelay sa script para hindi sila maging sound robotic sa mga kausap nila. It was like, if you love your work, you can express yourself creatively and you can perform well. The next one is the productive love. Productive love is characterized by the four qualities of love: care, responsibility, respect, and knowledge. Love is not simply feelings, but an active act that required conscious effort, characterized by four core elements: care, responsibility, respect, and knowledge. According to Eric Fromm, essentially, love is about actively nurturing and supporting the growth of the person you love, while respecting their individuality and getting to know them deeply. In addition to these four characteristics, healthy people possess biophilia, that is a passionate love of life and all that is alive. Biophilic people, they are concerned with the growth and development of themselves as well as the other. Biophilic individual want to influence people through love and reasons. Eric Fromm's believed that love of others and self-love are inseparable, but that self-love must come first. All people have the capacity for productive love, but most do not achieve it because they cannot first love themselves. In short, bago mo mahalin yung iba, is matutunan mo munang mahalin yung sarili mo. According sa books ni Eric Fromm's na The Art of Loving, there are 5 types of love: brotherly love, motherly love, erotic love, self-love, and love of God. Finally, the reasoning of productive thinking, itong last productive orientations, hindi ito mahihiwalay sa work in love. Pwede nilang makita yung sarili nila sa ibang tao or entity in a good way. Healthy people see other as they are and not as they would wish them to be. Similarly, they know themselves for who they are and have no need for self-delusions or fake themselves. Eric Fromm believed that healthy people rely on some combination of all 5 character orientations. Their survival as healthy individual depends on their ability to receive things from other people, to take things when appropriate, to preserve things, to exchange things, and to work, love, and things productively. In, conclu- in conclusions, Eric Fromm theory explaining how freedom creates anxiety, leading people to escape into authority, distractions, or conformity. But true happiness comes from embracing positive freedom, expressing individuality, forming genuine connections, and engaging in meaningful work. Instead of escaping freedom, people must use it to grow, love, and create.